Okay, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Mm.
So first of all, we log into the SAP. So there is a two types of data. One is master data and another is transactional data. So what was the master data? Master data is like material master, vendor master, customer master, GL master. All these are master data for which we create one time only and use many times. Okay. And what is the transactional data? Transactional data is like creating purchase order, like making goods receipt, booking bill of vendor, making payment, making advance entry. So all these are transactional data. Okay. So first we need to create a material master by T code MM01. Just click on enter MM01 and select industries. Like suppose select plant and engineering construction. Industry is nothing but the sector for which your organization is, that is manufacturing of means manufacturing company or a steel company. Okay, you can create your own. Next is a material type. Material type you can use for different purpose, business purpose. We can use different like raw material, spares. Okay, so suppose there is a spares part, we maintain one separate material type. There is a raw material, there is a finished goods, there is a consumable goods. So this type of material we can maintain a material type to segregate them. So it's easy to get report material type wise also. Here we enter, press enter, select basic data, purchasing data, general data, and accounting. These four is enough to maintain material master. Okay, for buying anything. Hello.
Yes, sir, I'm understanding. You can go ahead, sir. If I have any doubt, I'll interrupt you.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, fine. So here we just selected the views and just press enter. It will ask plant and storage location. Just put like one IN47, IN47. So this plant and storage location is not a standard. Each and every company having their own plant and own storage location. Okay. So later I will show you how to create plant and storage location. Just click enter. So here the screen comes for material master. We need to put here the description of material. Suppose I want to create a material master for uh, a motor 3 HP. Okay, so 3 HP motor I have created, and the base unit of measure is like each. Okay, so here is the many types of base of unit are there, like in in which quantity you need that material belongs to. We can select here, we can create more quantity if we required. Then comes to material group. Material group is used for segregating the similar material in a one group. That is why we will get the report easily. Suppose 100 types of motor are there. So if we create one material type motor or electronics, then all electronics item comes under this group. So just give enter. Here we need to maintain purchasing group. So purchasing group is nothing but we can segregate or define the department wise or a person responsible. So these two types we can create the purchasing group. Suppose here we put 001. Okay, and press enter. Here we nothing need to give input. In accounting one, there must need a valuation class. Valuation class is mandatory because while using valuation class in the background, I will show you. Valuation class is linked with general ledger. So all the stocks issue or stock receipts, means related to goods transaction, all the records comes under that GL only. So stock will be updated to this valuation class by using that particular GL, whatever assigned to them. So just enter, and this is a price control. Price control V means, suppose the price was not fixed. Sometimes a motor comes in 10,000, sometimes it comes 12,000. So the price was fluctuating. Then it means we use here V. And if we use S, that means the price was fixed. Fixed means, suppose we use S, and then we need to put standard price like 10,000. So this motor comes only in 10,000. While creating PO, it automatically picks the price from here. Now just give enter and save. Yes. So material code is now created, that is 268. So this is master data of material master. Okay. Now we need to create a vendor. Suppose the vendor creation T code is XK01. In S4 HANA, it was BUP1. Here we need to give company code IN47. That is our company code. And the purchasing organization is also same, and as IN47. In the different companies, they having different values for that. And here we select account group. Account group is what? Suppose vendor is also segregated in different group. Suppose goods supplier, trader, employees, one time vendor, this type of business scenarios, we segregate there the vendors in a group. So it easy to get the report means vendor wise, special vendor wise. Okay, so here we take good supplier 002. Just enter. So here see error comes, that is account group 2 uses external number assignment, specify account number. So in this group we must need the vendor number. Vendor number, that means like Umesh. I have given Umesh. Just enter. So it takes Umesh. The vendor code is Umesh and the name is like uh, the vendor name is Crompton Grievous. Crompton Grievous. So this is the company of motor. Suppose we are buying from Crompton Grievous. So first we need to create a vendor master, and the reason is nothing but state code. See, suppose we are buying from Odisha. Take 18. Here we need to put the address like Bhubaneswar. Okay. Here we need to put the uh, postal code like this. Okay. So each and every details of vendor we can put in a vendor master, like telephone number, mobile number, other communication, fax number, email number, all the things, email IDs, all the things we can maintain in the vendor master. So while after putting all the details, we just click enter. Here we did not require anything to put. If the vendor is also supplying, also taking the finished goods from us, then we need to put customer also. Customer means the vendor is as customer also. Okay. So here we need to just give enter. Here in this screen bank detail, we need to put the bank detail of vendor, then enter. If the contact person, you want to maintain the contact person, the different contact person, one and more, you can enter here. Recon account, this is the main part of vendor from where the GL will get hit. Okay, so here we need to find out which GL we assign to that particular vendor. So it comes under reconciliation account, vendor reconciliation account, like uh, we just select from here, down payment made, only 22 entries showing, guarantee payment below. Suppose we select trade payable domestic. Okay. So this is reconciliation account from where we can reconcile the vendor transactions. Just click enter, and this double check. Double check is mandatory because while doing transaction with that particular vendor, suppose goods received done, and then after invoice received. So while matching the goods received and invoice received, we must click on this check button. Okay, for cross check purpose, nothing else. So this is withholding tax. Suppose that vendor is liable for withholding tax, we can enter here tax code. Now comes under purchasing data. This is main part. So in order currency we put INR, Indian rupees. Schema group. Schema group. What? Why do we require schema group? Because the release strategy will hit through this schema group. Okay. Like we select 46. So if we did not select the schema group, the PO, while whatever the PO we create with this vendor, that does not goes to the release. Okay, it already means by default it bypass the release procedure. Release procedure. What is release procedure? It is just a paperless approval through SAP. Okay. Now here in control data, we need to check GR based invoice verification. That means while doing transactions with that vendor, the goods receive based invoice verification. I mean, how much quantity we receive, the invoice should be received for that particular quantity only. That is will cross check while clicking this control data. Okay. Now nothing need to give here. Just click enter, enter and save. So vendor master has been created. See, vendor Umesh has been created in the company code IN47. Now come to purchase requisition. So what is the T code for creating purchase requisition? Purchase requisition is the means used in a company for generating the requirements for department wise or the person wise. Okay. So suppose I am going to generate a requirement for motor. So first we need to create a purchase requisition via T code ME51N. Okay. So go to ME51N. Here we need to give material code. Material code for what we have created in IN47. Just now we created now motor, MOTOR, motor 3 HP. See, motor 3 HP, select. You need to put quantity. Quantity means like I need 5 quantities. Okay. And don't give material group and unit of measure. It comes through the material master. We just enter plant. Plant is IN47. Then give the storage location is IN47. Whatever created. Then give the purchasing group like 001 and requisitioner. Who is the responsible for this requisition? Their name, Umesh. Okay, and press enter. See, here system is asking enter the value price. So here we need to put the value price. Value price means average price of this particular motor for each quantity. Like one motor costing is 12,000. So I put here 12,000. Okay, and press enter. See how the value is calculated. Total value is 60,000 for 5 motors. So 12 into 5 is 60,000. Now just click on check button. Here is a check button to check is there any issue. So system gives message no message issue during check. That means your purchase requisition is okay. You can save that. Just click on save. So purchase requisition number 100,48113 generated, means purchase requisition created successfully. Now what next? The purchase requisition created means requirement generated, and by giving that number to the purchase department, we create purchase order. So purchase department will responsible to create the purchase order. Just go to ME 20, sorry, 54N first, because that particular PO has gone to the release or not, we have to check. See, so it's not comes under release. So because the particular schema group has not set to release, so we can directly do purchase order ME21N. Yes, here we need to select vendor. So vendor code we already created. What is the vendor code? Umesh. Okay. Then we click on document overview. System as purchasing organization. You give 147 is our purchasing organization, and purchasing group is 001. Company code is IN47. After putting this, we have to click on this tree and click my purchase requisition. That means the purchase requisition earlier we created, we that only convert to the PO and copy a whole data. Suppose this is our PO, the last PO, sorry, last PR that was we created is 100,48113. Okay, just click on this PR number and the second button, that is adopt. Just click on adopt. See what will happen. All the PR data will be copied. Okay, all the PR data will copied, and here PR number will be automatically picked by just clicking on adopt button. Okay, so here we need to give the basic price, means what was the price agreement done with vendor, we have to put here, like 12,500 for per motor. We can change the value, not depends on the PR. Okay, so we just put the 12,500, press enter, and nothing need to give here. Just check. System gives message, no message issue during check. That means your PO is okay and it can be saved. Just click on save. So purchase order is now generated. The purchase order number is 4500022655. So this is our purchase order. Okay. So after purchase order, what will happen? The vendor will be bring that particular material to our plant premises, and we need to receive that. So while receiving, the receiving job will be done through store department. Store department will be received. So what was the T code for receiving the material is MIZO. Press enter. MIGO is the T code. So here we have to select goods receipt. Then we have to select purchase order from drop down and give the purchase order. Press enter. See, the line item comes automatically, that motor 3 HP 5 quantity. Suppose in a case vendor has not delivered the whole quantity, suppose he delivered only 3 quantity. So we can change here at the time of good receive, we can change the quantity. That vendor has giving only 3 quantity, later they will deliver 2 quantity. So we just put 3. So order quantity is 5 and receive quantity is 3. So 2 is due. Here we need to give item check OK. After giving all the data, just click on check button. The system gives a message, posting only possible in the period 2015 2 and 2015 1. Okay, so that means the last open period is 2015. So that means in January and in February that posting will be allowed only for perspective. Now click on check. See, now system gives a warning message. This is not error. This is a warning message. Yellow mark is a warning message. So it system says that deficit of PO order means purchase order quantity 2 each 268 IN 47 and 47. Okay, that means two quantity will be due after receiving this order. Okay, means we ordered 5 quantity and we are receiving to only 3 quantity, 2 will be left. Just click on post. Yes, so goods receive has been done. The material document generated this number. Okay, so how we'll see that number in the PO, that how much, what was the history of the PO is called ME23N. In ME23N, we can display the purchase order. See, on purchase order history, the goods received number will be displayed. That means 3 quantity has been received. I ordered 5 quantities. So again, I go to MIGOT code and we again do goods received for 2 quantities. See, automatically it comes 2 quantities. No need to change. So suppose this time vendor have given the balance 2 quantities delivered at plant premises. So here we just click on receive and click on item check. Just click on check. Again, posting period is 2015 because date was open period is 2015. So now post.
Sir, why is that date showing like that?
No, no, actually, see, go to MMRV and you give your company code. See, the current period is open is 2 and 2015 and the previous period is 1 2015. In these two periods only we can post the documents for Okay, so we need to open the recent period, means that 2021 we need to open, but it will take time, so that I was just posting on that. From next class I will be forward, means shift the period to the year 2021. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. So just see the PO has been updated. Here we did 3 quantity goods received. Now see ME23N. Now all total 5 quantity has been received. Okay. So that is the goods received has been done for that PO. No balance quantity was available. So 5 quantity done. Now what vendor will be give us? That they give us a invoice. So invoice, we need to book the invoice. The finance department will book the invoice. So in T code MIRO, the bill booking was done. So just give the date. Here also we take the old date. Okay, and just give the purchase order. Purchase order is 4500022655 and just press enter. 2 line item
Sir,
will
each and every step will here each and every step we'll be doing once only, or like once one process is completed only, then we will be updating like that.
for which purpose?
For example, material,
Hmm.
requisition, purchase order,
Every time,
purchase
every
requisition, purchase order.
yeah.
It takes some time, right, for every process to happen.
Hmm,
So
hmm,
it will be done
hmm,
after every process is done,
hmm.
or it is all at once. Once it is done, so we'll be filling all the details here.
No, no, see, that's why I first said na, that master data is vendor and material that we have created, and purchase requisition, purchase order. Every time we just we need to generate the requirement. Suppose this 5 quantity I purchased. Okay, after that we consume that 5 quantities. Suppose we do not have in the stock any motors right now, and we required more. more 5 quantities or more 10 quantities, then again we need to generate the requirement via T code ME51N. We need to create purchase requisition, we need to create purchase order, then give to the vendor. See, as per the requirement, we again and again every time we need to create a purchase order. Okay, it's not a one time job. That is called, this is a transactional data. So here see, two types, two goods receive has been done, one for 3 quantities and one for 2 quantities. If we want to take both quantities for 5 quantity invoice at a time, we can do that. Or if we want to do only 3 quantities invoice, we can do that on that also. Okay, so it depends upon. Suppose now I am doing both goods receipt and invoice at a one time. Okay, so the for that we need to put here the amount, total amount. What is the total amount for both line item is 62,500. Okay, just press enter. System asks text code. Text code is input nil. Suppose we are using nil text code. We do not require any taxes for this. Here we need to give a baseline date. It's mandatory because baseline date, suppose when we going to uh, pay to the vendor, this is bill booking, but when we going to create the base of this invoice, so baseline date payment date is 2.2 after the document check. Okay, so here we need to give the old date 2015 and just simulate. Before posting we need to simulate. See here, yeah, here you can see that corrupt and grievous was credit and goods receive is debit. GR is debit and vendor is credit. Okay, so this posting will be made here. Just click on save. So bill booking was done here. Okay, vendor bill booking has been done. So we go to ME23N to check that bill was booked or not for the whole quantity. See, the two invoice already received this and this for 3 quantity and 2 quantity at a one time. Suppose vendor has delivered two in the 2 lot and bill has given only in a one lot. So at a time we created invoice receive in a single transaction for the multiple goods received. Okay. Now what was the next? We need to pay to the vendor for that bill. Okay, so payment can be done through MF-53. Before that you must check that ledger of vendor FBL1N. From this T code we can see what was the liabilities of this vendor standing on. Just click the vendor number, give the vendor number and give the company code. Click on all item, select normal item, special item and noted item, all this, and just execute. Here we see in the status rate it shows 62,500. The PO was for the same amount, right? ME23N. Check. Just check. 62,500 is due for that particular vendor. Once we do payment, this outstanding will be clear. See how we will make the payment to that particular vendor. Just off. Yes. So payment can be done through F-53 T code. Here we need to put the date. The type of document is KZ. KZ means vendor payment. See, KZ means vendor payment. KR means vendor invoice. So we are doing vendor payment. We select KZ and just change the date. Give the narration like being payment made to Crompton Grievous. Okay. So here we need to select a bank account. From which bank we are doing the payment to that particular vendor. So just click on drop down and select one bank, your house bank, whatever the bank was there. We just need to select from here. Suppose there is a bank. So this we take any bank. Suppose from this bank account we are giving to the payment, that is 62,500. That is a pending amount. Here also we can maintain the narration. Now in that open item selection tab, here we need to put the vendor code. Vendor code is Umesh. The account type will be K. K means vendor. D means customer. Okay. M means material. S means GL. A means asset. These are the type of account and the description. So now right now we are making the payment to the vendor. So we click on a K and nothing need to give here. Just click on enter. Okay. So here we need to select or simulate from document simulate. So it shows that bank will be credited and Corruption giveaways will be debited. Okay, just save. The entry was posted, means payment entry has been posted. Just click on display. See, bank is credited and debited to vendor. Now check the vendor ledger. Either the open item has been cleared or not. FBL1N, the report of vendor. Here we select all item and give the vendor Umesh and check. See, the red item was status was red. Now the payment was made and the balance was 0. Okay. So RE is the invoice and KZ is a vendor payment. So Umesh, till there everything is okay. You understand now?
Yeah, it is understanding. So this step is also done by MM
No,
consultant
no,
only,
no.
right?
These steps was done by end users, but you must know the end user work. Then only you can give the solution on that, right? Suppose end user
Uh,
suppose end user is getting error. So if you don't know how to post the vendor payment, how to book the bill, so how can you give the solution for that particular error? Okay.
no, I'm not getting, sir. So these steps are done by not is not done by SAP MM consultant.
No, no, no. In real time, this step was not done by SAP MM guys. Okay. This was
Mm-hmm.
done by company employees, the end users. So like purchase requisition is generating each and every department a particular person has been generating. So purchase order is creating by purchase department, and the finance work like bill booking payment was done by finance department. Not you required to do all this. Okay. So this is the process.
Mm-hmm.
This is the process. This is the step how we making all the transaction. That transaction, if we will know all the transactions and the fields, how the system was working, then only you can provide the solution to the end users now. Understand?
Okay, okay. So yeah,
Exactly.
this is just a overview.
Yes, exactly. Overview of a P2P cycle. That is called a P2P cycle. The MM guy was solving the issues on these transactions only. Okay. These are the major
Okay,
transactions.
okay.
So daily by daily done through the end users. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So for end users, the support will be given by the support team, right?
Yes, you are the support team as a IT department. Suppose you are a MM
Mm-hmm.
consultant in IT department, and one guy is
Mm-hmm.
posting the purchase order, then he will getting some error.
Mm-hmm.
So you are required to solve that error. So you don't know how to create a purchase order. How can you solve that, right? So first you know how to create a purchase order.
Okay.
First you learn how to create a purchase order. Then only you can provide the solution on that, right?
Okay, okay. If the end user is not able to provide the create the purchase order, so I have to help him out in creating it.
Right, right. Yes.
Okay.
End user is like I told na, suppose in a company there are a number of departments like purchase
Mm-hmm.
department, finance department, store departments. security department, HR department. So this type of departments in the each and every company is having. Okay, and each department they're
Hmm.
having 5 or 6 peoples or 10 peoples number of peoples in each department. So in that department,
Hmm.
so they suppose purchase department, what they need some means some spare item like consumable item like paper, or they need a printer, they need a laptop. What they will do, they generate a purchase requisition first, then they create a purchase order. So then after they give to that purchase order to they will give to the vendor. Vendor will bring that material to the plant premises. They then store department will receive that material by using MIGOT code. After receiving, they will issue that to the purchase department to use that printer. Okay, so after goods issue, they what they did, they will book the bill of vendor. Suppose the particular printer
Okay, sir.
yeah.
Now the end user
Hmm.
who is trying to create this purchase order and all, who
Right.
is this end user basically is my question.
Yeah, yeah. End user is a person who was working in the purchase department. Na? That 5 person is working in the purchase department. That they are a end user, na?
Okay, they are only the end user.
Yes,
Okay, okay,
yes,
okay,
yes. They are only
okay.
the
That
end
was my
user.
question. Okay,
Suppose in a finance.
okay. You're telling.
Hmm. Suppose in a
Okay, you're
finance.
telling that.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
you can say, sir. You can say. Yeah.
In a finance department, suppose 10 people is working. Somebody is making GST entry. Somebody is making payment entry. Somebody is doing bill booking of a vendor. Okay, this type of work was divided in the entire team for the finance only. Okay, so they all are a end user who was doing daily by daily transaction with the limited T code. They are all end users. Okay.
Oh, okay, okay. So
Yeah.
now purchase order, once it has been created by one department, that code will be purchase order code will be going to the next department,
Right.
and like that only. Then finance department will be using
Right.
that code to generate the receipt and all that, and it
Exactly.
goes like that, right?
Exactly. Right.
Okay. And sir,
Hmm.
yeah, this is within an organization.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm a consultant within an organization
Right.
to get the materials inside and all that.
Hmm.
But I'm working in TCS. Just say, for example, I'm working
Okay.
in TCS
Right.
to give the solution, SAP solution for some other product-based company.
Hmm.
Okay. Let's say some Maruti Suzuki company is there.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
And it need an SAP solution as a whole product. They are not doing anything. They
Hmm.
just wanted the product.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
So they will be there. I hope there is some business analyst or someone who will be getting all the
Hmm.
information, and they will be doing this
Okay.
BPP report.
Okay.
And then after that, the each and everything has to be done by SAP of as a solution
Hmm.
consultant from TCS.
Hmm. Okay.
Right. I'm
Hmm.
working in TCS, so I have to take every information from them,
Hmm.
and the whole department, every department in TCS
Okay.
has to do this
Hmm.
work, right? So
Okay.
each department has to do this work.
Hmm.
So this
Right.
this is outside the organization. So this is also happening, right?
Right. See, actually, suppose a company is looking for SAP. Currently, they are using
Mm-hmm.
Tally or Oracle product. They are using Oracle ERP. Okay. Now after that, they are looking for SAP. So the consultant is two types. Like they go for the implementation project or they go for a support project. What is the support project and what is the difference
Mm-hmm.
between implementation project? Implementation project is a greenfield project. Like suppose just you said Maruti company is currently using a Oracle ERP. Now they decided to use SAP. So that is a greenfield project. That
Mm-hmm.
means the complete SAP is a new for there. So the consultant work was to cut over the data from the Oracle, whatever it is, and upload to the SAP and made the system as per business requirement and hand over to the end users and the managements. Suppose their business, they are buying the things, they are selling the things, whatever the business process currently they are maintaining with the current ERP, that is Oracle. After that implementing SAP, they must follow that the same process in the SAP. So that requirement and that the gap was fulfilled by only a consultant. So that is called the
Mm-hmm.
implementation project. Okay. And what is the support project? Suppose a Maruti company has already implemented SAP, they are using. Okay. But somehow
Mm-hmm.
they need some changes in the day to day, or some changes in the business process. Okay. So they need so that time they need a support consultant. So there is a support project, that is called a support project. Okay, the implementation was done, you are
Oh, okay, okay,
yeah, right, you are going to support only, that's it, understand.
okay. Uh, so
Hmm.
yeah, I understood clearly now. So now, for example, implementation in the sense,
Hmm.
as per the configuration that the
Hmm.
our client needs. For example, Maruti's
Right.
client needs. We have to change the whole software setup into the
Yes. SAP.
into their requirement.
Right,
Basically,
right.
that's what you mean. So,
Yes.
are we going to learn that, sir, with example?
Yeah, just now I showed you the process of businesses. Okay, then after I will show the
Hmm.
configuration, how the plant was made. Suppose a company has said you to create a new plant, create a new storage location.
Hmm.
How it comes from drop down, each and every means data, and each and every configuration you need to know, and you have to do here. Okay, I will show you all the steps, don't worry, I will come
Okay,
step by step. Yes, yes, yes,
changing the configuration in the sense, giving the new implementation work, right? So,
hmm.
implementing the new
Yes, yes,
uh,
yes, yes. I will
thing.
show you the implementation
Okay.
cycle with the example and the practical of the configuration, like how the company code created, how the plant was created in the SAP, how the mapping of,
With example, right?
with example, right? I will show you. So this is,
Okay, this is just an overview you're
yes,
giving me.
this is just an overview for the business cycle in the plant or in a company, right?
Okay, so this will help me to support the team,
Hmm.
right? Now the overview which you are giving.
Yes, yes.
Next, you will be working on configuration.
Configuration.
That is for sub implementation,
Right, right, exactly.
uh, knowledge.
Yes,
And after that, we will be doing the integration.
yes,
Like that only will be going, right?
yes, yes, obviously.
Integration with FI and
Right,
MM.
right.
Okay, okay, okay.
That all I will show you step by step. Okay.
Mm. Yeah. Okay, just let me know before you start something. So because
Mhm.
I didn't know that this was an overview of what you're
Okay.
giving.
Okay.
So I didn't know about that. I thought that this was something that P2P cycle, in a sense, it is implementation, is what
Okay.
I
No, no,
thought.
not an issue. I will.
Just before starting, let me know like what we are actually
Okay. Okay.
teaching.
Okay. Okay. No issues. I will show you.